Welcome back to Everyday Iowa. Despite it being a dry year across Iowa, water, very important topic, and we've got 1, 2, 3 people to talk about it. Let's start in the middle. Raise your hand when I say your name. Rebecca Jones.
Hello.
There she is. She's the Communications Director for Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance. Andy Peterson, my best friend on the far end of the set, Advisor for Special Projects from Iowa Ag Water Alliance. And Josh Balk was caller 9, from Iowa DNR award winner. We're going to talk about why you're here in just a little bit, but we're going to get a little context. Rebecca, I want to start with you for folks who aren't familiar. Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance, what is it?
Well, water is important for everyone across the state, right? And the Iowa Agriculture Water Alliance was created as a nonprofit to help farmers really lead the way in putting water quality practices on the farm. So we're talking about cover crops, no-till, there's these underground water cleaning structures that go on the side of fields, all sorts of really cool things that can help farmers improve water quality for all Iowans and for their communities.
Well, and we talked about in the opening there, big farms, small backyards. Andy, this is stuff that everybody can get behind and help out with.
It really is, and to build on Rebecca's point just a little bit, back in 2012, and Iowa Ag Water Alliance just completed in May the 10-year anniversary of Iowa's nutrient reduction strategy, voluntary nutrient reduction strategy, which was groundbreaking legislation at the time to help support lowering nutrient loads that are leaving farms, as those are known to cause, or contribute to the high porosity zone down in the Gulf of Mexico. And so working with farmers in a lot of different ways to help not only become more efficient from a nutrient standpoint, but also reduce that runoff. And we're seeing results, and we can talk about that too, but it takes a village, as they say, and that's why we're very proud of the Iowa Agricultural Water Alliance to recognize and honor some of those great folks who are doing outstanding work to further the cause.
And one of those great folks sits right next to me, Josh Balk with the Iowa DNR award winner. Rebecca, tell me a little bit about these awards, and then I'll finally let Josh talk. He's just been sitting here so patiently.
The Iowa Watershed Awards, we created those several years ago to recognize the recent accomplishments of fantastic water quality leaders in our community in both the public and the private sector. But not only to recognize those recent accomplishments, but to bring momentum toward the future. So the Watershed Coordinator of the Year is someone who exemplifies leadership and partnership and real results in their community. And in fact, they get $5,000 to put toward their watershed, and hopefully some recognition too to help them do more good things in their community.
Well, Josh, now it's your turn.
All right. Yep, I'm ready. Yep.
Tell me a little bit about the project, your involvement with it, because it's a big honor, but it's a big project too.
It really is. So the Dry Run Creek Watershed Improvement Project started 18 years ago, back in 2005. It was really to address a couple local water quality impairments, stream biology and high levels of bacteria. And so we've built community partnerships over the last 18 years in both our urban and rural sectors, with farmers, with businesses, with residents, with schools, to try and help improve the water quality. And it takes a village, and I guess, my motto is everyone lives in a watershed, everyone has a role to play. We can all do something with our own small part, whether that's a farm, whether that's a backyard, and we can help improve our water.
Well, and to that point, Rebecca, I mean, everybody could do something, so somebody who's out there watching now say, hey, I want to do something, but what could they do?
Well, there's so much that, especially, I mean, we focus on farmers, right? So we want farmers in our communities and our rural areas to be putting in cover crops, no-till, talking to people like Josh, other watershed coordinators, conservation agronomists, to get advice on how they can improve their farms while improving their communities. But you've done some urban work as well, getting both communities involved.
Yep, and so urban residents, people with homes, things like rain gardens, adding some native prairie landscaping, rain barrels. These are just small, simple things, but everything adds up.
And every little bit helps. Every little push keeps that wheel moving.
And I would also throw in there too, what happens out in the countryside that Josh does a great job working with, that Rebecca does a great job working with, impacts every single person that's watching by what comes through their tap, because it really does contribute to higher water quality, some of these precision application practices that we're talking about, and farming practices that lowers the runoff and lowers nutrient loads, and there's direct ties to how not only how it tastes, but certainly how clean that water is for every urban resident in the
We
state
could
of
have you
Iowa.
guys come back. We could do a whole series on this. So before
We would love that.
people want to get a hold of you, they want to learn about this, Rebecca, what's the best way to do that?
So for us, it's iaagwater.org. We've got lots of ways that you can partner with us on our website. And Josh, I know you have resources as well.
Yep, for folks who are interested in conservation, contact your local soil and water conservation district, contact your local municipality, and they have technical resources to get you started.